In this video, I'll be learning from the best traders ever, and it is not who you'd expect. By the end of this video, I'll be sharing the exact trades of these best traders, and I believe that there's always a thing or two that you can learn from every single trader in terms of learning new strategies or option static to help you gain additional income. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you aren't sure, my name is JJ, and I'm sharing my journey in learning options trading, and I want to paint a practical and no bullshit manner when it comes to options trading. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing. So the best traders I'll be learning from in this videos are US politicians, specifically Nancy Pelosi. If you aren't on Twitter, there's actually a lot of great content on Twitter, and I'll be sharing with you the specific trades made by Nancy Pelosi. Typically, you wouldn't expect politicians to be involved in options trading, but it is quite fascinating to see the trades they make. I must say, based on seeing their trades, they're quite savvy when it comes to options trading. If you aren't sure, Nancy Pelosi is a politician in US. They have to make their trades public after 30 days of making them. There are many Twitter channels out there that's been created to track the trades of these politicians, and in fact, if you actually follow the trades of these politicians, you earn a lot of money. I'll be sharing a specific trade Nancy Pelosi made in November. I'll recommend you follow these few Twitter channels, which is called Unusual Whales is one of them, Nancy Pelosi Stock Tracker. I've recently came across this tool called Quiver Quantitative, as they share all the public trades of politicians in a very nice dashboard. I'll recommend you check links in the video description, and this is the website for Quiver Quantitative. Click on Track Nancy Pelosi. Here you can see many dashboard. It looks very complicated. I will only be going through one of her trades, which is her trade on Nvidia. This is a purchase of call options on Nvidia on the 22nd of November. Unfortunately, they only disclosed the trade 1 month later, which is the 21st of December. She bought 50 call options with a strike price of 120 and an expiration of 12th of December 2024. If you're unsure what call options are, essentially means that you're betting that stock price will increase over time. The white line here is the date at which Nancy Pelosi made the trade, and as you can see here, as of today's recording, the 3rd of February 2024, she has definitely made a lot of money from it. The white line you see below here is the strike price at which she has bought the call option at. Coincidentally, I've also found a thread on Reddit which goes through her trade in great detail. The Financial News widely reported that in November, Nancy Pelosi bought 50 call options on Nvidia December 20th, 2024. The strike is 120. As a relative newbie at options, I don't get what the play is here. Nvidia shares are currently around 488, and the December 2024 at the money call is around $95. A 120 strike call is $373. This is so deep in the money that's halfway to China. Her husband is a high-level finance guy, clearly not a dummy. Why would buy calls this deep in the money? Please speak as you might to a young child or a golden retriever. Fortunately, on Reddit, there are many experienced trader which gives very good replies. Deep in the money calls tends to be much more reliant on stock price, intrinsic value than on time, volatility, or any of the other factors that play into options pricing. People use deep in the money calls, especially long dated ones, for leverage, as they follow the price action of 100 shares of a stock at a much lower price. For instance, 100 shares of Nvidia will cost 48k right now, but the December 20th 140 call will only cost $30,000 and will give you 95% of the price action of the shares. It's just a game of leverage you can play when you don't necessarily care about owning shares such as stocks that don't have a dividend. The dividend on Nvidia is extremely low at 0.024. If you look at the price of Nvidia right now, it is $661. So because one call option contract controls 100 Nvidia shares, if you were to buy 100 shares of Nvidia right now, it will cost you $66,000. However, if I go to Interactive Brokers right now, and if I want to buy a call option at a strike price of $120, which would expire on the 20th of December in 321 days time, it will cost between $544 to $550. And because one call option contract controls 100 shares of Nvidia, that means that it will cost you about 550 times 100, which is $55,000. You can actually control the price of 100 Nvidia shares for just $555,000 rather than buying 100 shares of Nvidia at $661 each, which would cost you a total of $66,000. Let's go back to estimate how much she might have possibly purchased the call options at. She bought 50 call options, okay, 50 call options. As of December 2024, a 120 strike call is $373. Because she purchased this call option in November, it will be definitely cheaper than $373. But let's assume right now she made the trade in December. We will take $373 times 100, because one call option controls 100 Nvidia stocks, times 50. She would have spent about $1.865 million to buy 50 call options with a strike price of $120. Assuming I travel back in time to December 21st and maybe make the trade on December 24th, assuming the market is open, assuming the price of Nvidia is at about 488, a 120 strike call is $373. I'll take $373 times 100 because one call option controls 100 Nvidia stocks, and I'll then multiply this by 50 because Nancy Pelosi bought 50 call options. So if you do the math, it will cost about $1.8 million. As of today, which is the 3rd of February, the price of Nvidia has increased by 35%. $1.865 million will probably be about $2.5 million right now. Assuming you bought 50 Nvidia call options at a strike price of $120 with an expiration date of 12 December 2024, you would have earned about $700K, which is quite ridiculous. Whether insider trading exists or not is a little suspicious. Since Nancy Pelosi bought Nvidia, Nvidia has received government approval to sell chips to China. Nvidia has also announced a new AI partnership with the government. Should this be legal? No. Does she trade on insider information? Maybe. Did we build a way to copy her trades just in case? Absolutely. There's also another great Twitter channel which is Unusual Whales. No politicians can hide from me, not even Nancy Pelosi. She disclosed Nvidia call options on November 22nd. Using Unusual Whales, we can find her exact trade. She paid a total of $1.888 million total for her calls, done 20 minutes before the close. If you do the math, 1.8 million times 135%, that would be about 2.4 to about $2.5 million. So in just a short 3 months, she earned about 600 to 700K. But wait, there's more. As of today's date, it's only in February. The option only expires in December, right? So there's plenty of time for her to earn a lot of money. But if she were to cash out right now, she'll immediately earn about 6 to 700K. There are two things that I've learned from this great trader here. One is that for insider information, I can't really do much. Second, she must be very savvy with options trading because the options trading strategy which she has employed here are leap options, and it is definitely not a beginner option tactic. Moving forward, I'll probably make a separate video on what leap options are because it's just a way for me to force myself to learn from what all these great traders are doing, right? So it's just more about expanding my vocabulary of what tactics I can do to earn more money via options trading. Another realization I have is the concept of opportunity cost here. She's using this 30K to mimic the price movement of 100 Nvidia stocks. For every call option she bought at 30K, instead of spending $48,000, she's using 30K to control the price movement of 100 shares of Nvidia. So instead of paying $48,000 for 100 shares of Nvidia back in December, she's using 30K to control 95% of the price action of the shares. So I think at the end of the day, it's opportunity cost. She might be potentially using the additional cash to do something else that would grow her money over time. Going back to Quiver Quantitative, I think there are a lot of hidden lessons you can learn from these traders over here. So I find it quite unexpected that I can actually learn a lot of additional options tactic from these politicians, and it's quite interesting to see all the things that they are doing in terms of trade, in terms of their portfolio. I'll probably make a lot more videos in terms of me trying to learn from all these Twitter threads, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next one.